Dreaming big is something Badr Mubarak knows all about. A fourth-generation fisherman and boat builder, being at sea is his passion.
It's in the blood, you cannot run away from it, Because we love the fishing and the sea, it's a very nice mixture between a hobby and a business.
His big idea took him back to dry land and a novel business venture.
My big idea is to grow the healthiest fish inland here in the UAE.
In the sands of the desert, he is building a new and major enterprise, raising fish in massive tanks indoors. Here he is growing up 5 species of fish, replicating their natural habitat. It's an emerging way of harvesting fish, especially salmon, through a technology called a recirculating aquaculture system, or RAS.
The RAS system is a water recirculation system that takes seawater and then recycles it 99%, and only with a renewed water daily of 1%. Basically, it creates any kind of environment you want.
To make his big idea a reality, he traveled to the 4 corners of the earth in search of the best quality juvenile fish called fry. He found baby yellowtail kingfish in Chile, Atlantic salmon in Scotland, sea bream and sea bass in Greece, and grouper in Singapore.
It's very important to locate the right juveniles and start with the most healthiest juveniles from the beginning.
But growing fish in the desert wouldn't be easy. To overcome temperatures that reach over 40 degrees Celsius, he's been perfecting a technology to mimic exactly the waters from where the fish came.
We control the salinity, we control the temperature, we control the high tide, low tide, the currents, sunset, sunrise. The more we put the lights down, the more it shows that it's a deep water species, and the more it's lighter, it's shallow water species. We create any kind of environment. The salmon, we have the Atlantic Ocean. Hamachi, we have Pacific Ocean. For the sea bass and the sea bream, we have the Mediterranean. For the grouper, we have also like the Indian Ocean. We give the fish exactly the habitat it needs from its own origin.
Today he operates a complete fish harvesting cycle. A hatchery producing the fry, and a vast indoor fish farm producing up to 5 species of organically raised fish.
I like seeing the growth of the fish. It's like you're building something. You see a growth in your life. I look at them exactly like my baby. Not when we put them for processing, no, only when I grow them. The processing part, I'm out of it.
Currently, the United Arab Emirates, or UAE, imports more than 90% of its fish. Badr wants to supply all his country's fish requirements.
We are on the track already, is to make sure that the food security, the UAE here is covered.
And beyond food security, his ambitions go even further.
The dream is to export to the world all kinds of fish that we grow over here, like salmon and hamachi, from the UAE. So we want to send back to Europe salmon from the UAE, not from Norway, not from Scotland. So that's the dream.